Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Wearing my Detroit Lions glasses today.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. I think they're cool.
Where are you from?
Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Michigan.
We'll let that go then.
Yeah.
What? Lower state Michigan, upper state
Yeah,
Michigan?
the Lower Peninsula.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
All right. A new CBS News YouGov poll indicates that an alarming 72% of Americans say President Joe Biden is not only mentally and cognitively unfit to be president, but he also should not run for re-election.
That's a huge
Understatement?
number.
Yeah, it is. And wasn't there just a Dem congressman from Texas
Yeah,
who just
Tom Harkin. Yeah,
came out of the closet and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, don't run."
old Senate buddy of Papa Joe.
Yeah.
Just that was kind of. I read that this morning. I don't know. He's running out of.
I think
He's running out of cronies.
There's something behind the curtain. We're going to talk about that today. There's something behind the curtain that's pulling. Let's go, Brandon.
Well, there's something in front of the curtain too. I mean, that debate did him no favors
Well,
whatsoever.
the American public got to see what the
Exactly. If
media
you
mob was
watched,
lying about.
yeah, if you watch that thing, there's no denying that he is not the Joe Biden that he was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago.
And they're trying to tell us not to believe our lying eyes.
Yeah,
That's Orwellian, man.
I mean, I've never believed in his politics. I thought he was a sleaze pretty much all my adult life when I paid attention to him. What it really pointed out to me was during the Watergate hearings and stuff. I just thought he's a sleazeball. But he's had standing, I mean, he's been around.
Yeah.
Obviously, they voted for him, but he's lost not only a step, he's lost a couple weeks of steps. So sad.
This poll was taken after the debate, which was on Thursday, and it's alarming. It totally expands on the majority of Americans who already saw the debate. The poll is 7% points higher than 3 weeks ago. So the only change here is that Democrats are now realizing 7% of Democrats are realizing it.
Well, I guess. I mean, I get your numbers here, but I think some Republicans were probably the don't like Trump for any reason guys were probably in that poll.
Step aside.
Yeah, well,
Because they don't think Biden can beat him.
Yeah, I
Biden
don't
says he
think
can
so.
beat him like a drum.
Yeah, whatever.
He keeps saying that.
I don't know. But yeah, I think those are the kind of people that are concerned too, because they want somebody to beat Trump, and it's one of those. I'd rather vote against him than and not worry about who I'm voting for. Kind of like what happened in 2020. But anyway, it's weird.
46% of Democrats in the poll now say Biden should no longer seek re-election, up 10 points from 3 weeks ago.
Big number.
The poll also showed the top reasons why Biden shouldn't be running for re-election, and we're going to look at these one at a time here.
Okay, so the first one is 86% blame his age, which oddly equals Biden's age at the end of his term if he was reelected.
Right, so if he's reelected, he made it 4 years, he'd be 86.
Yeah.
So this is the highest percent. We're going to go down with the highest down to the lowest. 86% saying his age is the number one factor.
Yeah, and that number is obviously it's huge, and
It's
age. But the age part is, again, as we get older, and I'm part of that we get older crowd. Things becomes more and more difficult every day. Certain things that you used to be able to do that you just can't do anymore.
I could attest to that.
And my mind is. I mean, I'm told every day that my mind is not as sharp as it used to be. And it wasn't sharp, but it wasn't sharp then. Anyway,
71% say the decisions he might make in the office, which directly reflects on who's pulling the strings, because we know it ain't Biden. So that's why the decisions he might make in the future.
Yeah.
We know that's Jill pulling those strings.
Yeah. 66% say his record as president.
That's why they wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah.
His record.
And I agree. I mean...
And he doesn't tout his record. He touts anti-Trump for his platform.
Right.
Trump is evil.
They claim to be doing some things, but most of those things, again, are you better off is your lifestyle better off today than it was 4 or 5 years ago?
I don't
6
know
years
that
ago?
the people. I think people are numb to that because they've been so indoctrinated by the Dems that Trump is evil. We're going to lose democracy. We're going to compare him to Hitler. You know, I think they're just immune to it. It's been so long ago. Do you remember $3 per gallon gas?
I do.
Oh.
I do. I mean, I remember gas lower than that, but I mean, and that's just what I was going to say. We've talked about it. Look at how much fuel has increased. Look at the price of
Pizza.
food. Look at the price of or the rates of interest rates right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's all his fault, but I think
It's his policies.
policies that he could have come up with or didn't deal with have contributed to that. So, you know, a president can't take all the credit or all the rotten stuff that, you know, that's happened. But if it's on your watch, man,
Let's
it's
keep
one of
it
those
on
things.
him.
The buck stops there.
So 59% of the respondents say his ability to campaign effectively is a reason. You mean his ability to stay in the basement? Is that what they mean?
I mean, I don't get that.
That doesn't
He
even
didn't
matter.
campaign. You know, one of the things is that his workday is about 6 hours long.
Yeah, like 10 a.m. to 4.
Yeah, that's it. Cutoff time. You don't see him after that. And
Well, that's when he's sharpest.
yeah, I mean,
Gotta have his breakfast.
it's kind of a 24-hour-a-day job, right? I mean,
Yeah, it is, definitely.
I mean, stuff goes down all the time, and you got to be aware. So,
Definitely.
anyway, despite all this, 55% of all Democrat registered voters say Biden should continue to press on, as compared to 45% who say he should step aside.
Yeah. Well, that's changing day by day. It's going down.
It is. This probably includes dead voters, but not the 3 a.m. unverified signature ballots. 1,130 voters surveyed nationally between June 28th and June 29th. Margin of error is about plus or minus 4.2%.
And the main reason they're not going to replace him, they don't want to replace him, is they'd have to reprint all those polls, all those ballots, and fill them out again.
Fake ballots.
They're not going to do that. They're counting on the 3 a.m. unverified signature ballots.
Right. Well, you know, I think one of the reasons some of these people may not want to replace him is that maybe they think that this is just a done deal. You know, Trump's going to win, and they don't want to put somebody up now that may get.
Yeah, well, do you want to be known
blasted.
as the dude that loses? If you're a Dem,
That took the place
yeah,
of a loser
and-
and lost yourself.
yeah, and lost to Trump.
Yeah.
That's how the Dems feel.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it. That's a hot potato. Nobody wants it. They
Yeah,
want that
no.
chair when the music stops.
Exactly. They want a fresh run, and I'm thinking that that's probably going to be a reason that they're going to have a tough time finding somebody, unless you get somebody like Gavin Newsom, who's just itching to, you know, put that feather.
He's
in his cap.
completely behind Biden. Let's just say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He keeps saying that, so we have to believe him, right?
No, I don't believe a word he says.
There was speculation that Biden brought his entire family to Camp David this past weekend to have them weigh in on whether or not to run. The White House denied this rumor because the trip was planned in advance. It's probably the last time the family is going to gather before Hunter Biden's sent to prison. So let's get that photo rather than in the black and white, jail bar,
Yeah.
jail
Jail bar hotel.
Yeah. It's reported that Dr. Jill Biden said she will not drop out of the presidential race. She won't. Over her dead husband's body.
Yeah.
That's the only way she'll drop out.
Well, maybe she's divorced her husband before she married Jill, right? I mean, before she married Joe. Maybe she'll stick around and find out if the guy's single.
Huh.
The new guy.
Huh.
I don't know.
Never thought of that.
Anyway.
So this directly quashes the unverified rumor that she's got a lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling that ATM cash out every 17 months. She's got a lifestyle. The state dinners, no. She's and Hunter Biden and Dr. Jill were the strongest proponents to stay
in. Yep.
There's
Stay in
money
the
to be
race.
there's money to be made.
Stay in the race. Well, there's lots of protection, right? Obviously.
Yeah. And Biden insists that undecided voters have decided to vote for him after watching the debate. That's what he insists.
Okay.
Instead, the family encouraged Joe to follow Kamala's example and speak without thinking. He gets into way too much trouble when he thinks, right? He kind of like,
Yeah.
Saturday, Wednesday, right? Just let the universe decide what's going to come out and just ejaculate the words right out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
spit them out.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched the debate, all you have to do is watch some of the highlights of the debate, and those are the telling signs to me that he's done.
It's a vacant look. Not at any time did Donald Trump have a vacant look. Even when he's
Didn't.
trying to understand what Joe's saying, he like turns to him, and he looks back, and he turns again. What are you saying?
There was even it seemed like sympathetic comments to him, you know? I mean, he's been sympathetic about Hunter. I'm talking about Trump.
Well, he said,
because
"I
his
wouldn't be
brother-
here if you were a great president." That's
Exactly.
what he said. I wouldn't be here.
Exactly. And I don't know. It's sad, but I mean, it's our country. I mean, we need somebody strong in there. And if you don't think it's Trump, fine. But you know, it cannot be Joe Biden. Oh my gosh, the guy is just.
Well, the only alternative is RFK, unless the Dems tell their base, their voters, write in so and so.
Yeah, RFK. I mean, he seems like a good guy when I've heard him speak in interviews, but he's a Democrat, and he's got Democrat policies, and yeah, I would not vote for him.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't because we're conservative, but
Yeah.
there might be some centrists,
Oh yeah,
some undecided centrists who would.
yeah. And if he's going to stick around, he'll definitely take some of the bite out of the Democrat side, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be, and maybe some Republican side too. You know, but,
Well, yeah, I think so. If he stays in, Biden's not going to get more than RFK. We've already said that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Fake news you can depend on,
Yeah.
but it's edgy news. I mean, we're taking our take on it.
Yeah.
So
This is our opinion, right?
So tomorrow, we want you to bring a friend. Okay, just anybody. Just grab a friend and jump on and watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Bring a friend day
Good idea.
tomorrow. It's a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
A broken clock is right
Yeah.
twice a day.
Hump Day Wednesday, right? So yeah, let's do that.
How dare you? Okay, thanks,
Maybe
folks.
we'll invite Gret on.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, everyone.